Hi, welcome. My name is Elena de la Poza. I'm an associate professor in the Department of Economics and Social Sciences, and also a member of the Center for Economic Engineering at the UPV. Today, we are going to talk about business models. Our primary goal will consist of understanding the concept of business models for sustainability and also identifying the main stakeholders. How are we going to do that? Answering the four questions. What is a business model? Why are business models important for sustainability? Who are those stakeholders which are impacted by business models? And finally, we want to identify the barriers and opportunities for building our own business model. First of all, we need to understand that a business model is a conceptual tool that it is used for firms by doing business, and it is important for them because let them analyze, compare, and also performance assessment. In addition, a business model are concerned with how a firm defines its sustainable competitive strategy, understanding that sustainability is the long-lasting company's survival. How is this possible? Through the design of the product or services, how company charges for a product, understanding the cost structure. So here we are talking about how a company differentiates itself from other firms, or what it is the same, how difficult it is for competitors to imitate our products or services. So the first step for building a business model consists of formulating the business strategy. For this, for helping us in this process, we should be able to answer the following questions. What is our business mission? Which is our goal? Where we would like the company is in the future? Or what is the same? Which are our dreams? Secondly, we should understand who our current customers are and who are our potential customers, and what do they consider as value. Also, we need to analyze and also think in the future results we would like to achieve, and finally, develop a plan. So develop a plan of actions that will enhance us to achieve our goals. In the process for building a business model, the second step consists of identifying the three key elements, which are the value creation, which is the heart of a business model, and consists of identifying business opportunities, business markets, or new revenue streams. Secondly, and very important, those are possible through the production of products and services that produce an economic return to the firm. And thirdly, we need to identify how we are going to produce the value capture, or what it is the same. We need to build our cost structure and identify which is going to be the revenue streams. Once we have performed those, we will be able to understand the concept of business models for sustainability, which are those innovations that create a significant positive but also a significantly reduced negative impact for the environment but also to society through the production of products and services that produce an economic return, but also, and most important, in a sustainable business, the value proposition will provide ecological, measurable, and social values that will be combined with an economic performance. Trying to identify the different business models that have been already built, we can group those into three main categories: the technological, social, and organizational ones. We would like to focus our attention on the technological ones. So we can split those into three main archetypes. Those models that try to maximize material and energy efficiency. Examples of those we can find at the lean manufacturing or low carbon manufacturing solutions. So they try to mitigate the negative impact of the CO2 emissions. Also, we need to consider those models that focus on creating value from waste. So the waste produced by production, service or goods becomes a valuable input in a different production system. This produces or comes up the development of very strong and important network among different sectors of economic activity. And then we have those business models that have developed substitute products with renewable and natural processes. Examples of those are the solar and the wind power-based energy innovations. Once we have identified the different main sustainable business models, we have to remember that are those that capture economic, social, and environmental value for a wide range of stakeholders. Who are those? Those are the entities or the individuals that are directly affected by the organization and also by their accomplishments. Here we have in the graph the main groups that are directly related at a micro and also at a macro environment. Let's move on and analyze one by one. First of all, I would like to emphasize the importance of the laboratories, universities, and technological centers, all those entities that provide technical and scientific support by designing, research, development, and innovation of projects. Also, they facilitate the dialogue among companies and public sector, promoting higher energy efficiency. In addition, they also develop collaborative networks, will enable to share knowledge with companies. Secondly, we have those business associations, consumers, and media. They are important since they take an active role in the dissemination of energy legislation and also in the development of projects. In third place, we have the companies, those entrepreneurs and their collaborators that adopt a proactive role in the implementation of energy efficiency measures. In addition, the implementation of energy efficiency attitude should come from each individual of the organization, from top to bottom or bottom to top. And finally, I would like to conclude the identification of the stakeholders with a main actor, the government. Governments are those who have an active role in the development of business models, not only because they are in charge of recognizing economic benefits for those companies that adopt energy efficiency measures. Also, they must stimulate the uptake of efficiency energy actions, providing availability of the right information to the right people at the right time. In addition, and we will check in the last section, they have an active role in trying to mitigate the barriers for the development of business models. So we cannot forget two bodies, which are the consultancy companies and also the raw materials and technology suppliers. Both groups of stakeholders also help the development of business models directly or indirectly in different areas of activity, such as the marketing, architecture, life cycle assessment. And we should consider them as an important stakeholder. So the last section, I would like to identify the barriers to the development, to the growth of new business models for sustainability. As you can see, there are different factors, organizational, management, but I would like to focus on financing. What does that mean? Well, financing can come from the lack of sources of capital for new projects, or even the energy efficiency projects are not considered strategic by companies. So how we can mitigate this situation? Well, this is when government should take an active role and needs to fully aware companies, promote the fully awareness of companies about the benefits that the development of strong business models for climate change technologies has a positive impact on society. So financing is one of the main obstacles to energy efficiency investment. So it's government's role to implement energy efficiency measures and also to provide incentives to produce real entrepreneurial needs. So thank you so much for your attention. I hope this video has produced an increase of your learning about business models. Thank you.